fuck? Change up the color. Get it. Oh, that's hard.
Oh, you got a whole collection of sneakers back there. Nice.
You can see those.
He looks like a legit fucking
Depending
streamer.
on which side of your chair you're sitting on. Yeah, I can see those. It's even funnier because he has clown feet. They're massive.
I need to get some better ones because I don't have.
You want to give us a quick rundown of what you got there? And any Yeezys in there? Any Yeezys?
No.
No, I'm trying to buy him a pair of those for Christmas if I can find them in his size for like a reasonable price.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll go grab the
good luck with
3
that
good shoes I have.
they probably went up in price because of the whole Jesus
I
thing.
know. Probably. Well, so here, I'm sort of 50-50. A lot of people are really pissed off and boycotting his products, so like, maybe you find the right guy on OfferUp or something that just wants to get rid of him because he's like, fuck Kanye! Like, you might be able to find a good deal. Yeah, but if you're going to like a sneaker store or a reseller or somebody who knows what they're doing, yeah, because they're discontinued, it'll probably be kind of pricey. That's why I'm glad I already have 2 pairs.
Oh, I got these bad boys from back in the open days. Oh, dude, I love these. I just haven't, played basketball in God knows how long. And the single best shoe, I'm sorry, Corey, but these blow your Yeezys out of the fucking water.
Whataburger.
Got some Whataburger Converse.
Those are nostalgic, but those are nowhere near. I promise you, those are nowhere near as comfortable to walk in for more than 30 minutes.
Oh no, these are uncomfortable to even wear sitting down.
Yeah, that's why I love my Yeezys.
See, I've always had this thing though, like I'm not willing to drop more than say like $200 on a pair of shoes because you're walking on shit, you're stepping on shit.
Yes.
So like, how do you justify wearing like 500 like $1,000 shoes? Some people have like freaking.
Here's my justification for that.
Shoes.
If I buy, so for work I have just a basic pair of Adidas Ultra Boost. They're like $95.
Oh yeah.
They're like $95. And I use those as my daily work shoe, and I beat the ever-living shit out of those. But I have to replace those every single year. The most amount of time I think I've made one of those stretches like 1.5 years. So at that rate, you gotta figure I'm spending give or take $100 a year on shoes for work. Now, this exact pair of Yeezys on my feet, I got the day before they released, 4 years ago. I paid $220 for them, and I have literally daily worn these since then. I wear these shoes every single fucking day for at least like 3-4 hours while I'm out walking around and smoking if I'm not at work. And for the past probably 6 months, I've been wearing them while sandblasting. They are absolutely intact. Like, yeah, they're a little dusty and dirty, but like actually the shoe itself is in perfect condition. And so for me, the amount of comfort they provide and spending $200 for a shoe that'll last me 5 years, that actually means I'm saving like $250-300 instead of buying a $100 shoe every year for those same 5 years.
So how often do you have to clean your shoes?
I'm a sack of shit and I never clean them, so...
When he feels like it, which is about the 5th and
If I step on something that smells funny and it lingers, then I'll scrub that off. Pretty much anything else, like if it gets dusty from work, I can just take a little air hose inside because they're solid mesh, blow it off, and ta-da! Brand new shoe again.
Alright, nice. But see, that's the thing, I just can't, if I spend that large amount of cash on my shoe, like, I would be afraid to take them outside.
Right, if it gets dirty or...
my dog steps on them, if I step on a pile of shit, it's like, it's California. Like, you never know what's laying on the ground. Like, a homeless person's like pile of piss.
Yep.
And it's like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how it is in New York, but, over here, you have to watch out for those landmines, man.
Oh, yeah, there are definitely some fucking mortar strikes laying around the parking lot somewhere. It's mostly the geese, though. We have so many fucking geese up here, dog. It ain't even funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over here we have like pigeons, pigeon shit.
Absolutely
I sent Corey
everywhere.
a video the other day. when I was test driving a car for work, and there was just a geese standing in the middle of the road. There's cars coming both ways, so I can't move, and this geese is just fucking playing
chicken with him. Yep.
Road, telling me to go fuck myself. I almost got out and damn near kicked the thing across the fucking road. I didn't want to wait for it any longer.
It's a good thing you're not living around any PETA folks, you know. They're like, oh my god, don't kill that geese.
They can lick my ass because that's like half the population of New York. Wow.
Bird watcher.
Hey, same can be said about California. But there's a lot of liberals here. So yeah, I guess guilty of being one of them. But but yeah, we don't talk about politics amongst friends. That can destroy the relationship real quick.
Yeah.
Too fast.
Yeah.
But yes, so welcome to the podcast again, guys.
Yep.
We have along with us Captain Klooch and Mr. Dr. Dan.
It's your
from
boy.
The University of where?
Mr. Doctor, and of course, the goddamn Dankus.
And I'm Orpheus, but my channel is Wide Open Throttle. So I'm known as Wide Open Throttle over there. Because I like it wide open. Giggity.
Oh, yes. Oh, I am seeing what you have done there.
Are you picking up what I am putting down, yes? Yep, and then all of our German listeners be like, this guy got the accent all wrong.
I know.
Oh, they'll feel right at home.
That's East German. We don't do that anymore.
So, have any of you guys taken the 23andMe or the Ancestry DNA test yet, or thinking about it?
I'm just.
I feel like my mom will end up doing that, and then yeah.
Because
mom's friend did it, and they basically just told us that we're all pasty fucks. That's really all it said.
Yeah.
I mean,
Irish,
you might be a little
Italian,
different, Corey, but
a little. Yeah, I believe I have a little more German from my one-off collaborative project.
So you can legitimately do the German accent and not be racist.
I could, but I actively don't. That's way less fun.
Yeah, I think we should like make a guess of like how the race breakdown of what we are, and then eventually do the DNA
eventually
test
actually do it. Yeah.
See how accurate we actually are.
That'd be entertaining. I know I have Italian, Irish, German, and Mom said somewhere in there's a wee bit of British.
Yeah.
Which explains your pasty cakes, sort of. Yeah.
But yeah.
Explains your particular shade of pasty. Is that an entire barrel of cheese balls?
God damn.
Fuck yeah, it is. This was
okay.
This was
Yeah, I was like, it used to be an entire barrel.
Was that from Costco?
A few carts later.
No, it's probably Wegmans.
Wait, Office Max sell that shit?
Yeah,
really?
My dad works there.
What?
And they sell it, so I get that shit for stupid cheap.
I did not know that Office Max sells Cheetos or cheese balls. What are those called? Cheese balls?
Yeah, cheese balls.
Cheese balls, hey, and it's made from nuts. Nuts?
I think it was Duts. D-U-T-S?
Well, Dutch fucking hit me up, and we got a sponsorship on the way.
Oh shit! There you go. All you have to do is just
that'd be great.
Hold that big barrel up and just eat during the podcast.
I'll have like a little stand here, and my shoulder will hide it, and they just see like a rotating thing of cheese balls the whole podcast.
Nice.
That would be sweet.
Dude, and then Fitness Tea or whatever will sponsor Dr. Danks. He has to be up there and just like exposing his body the whole time drinking this tea. Tell me this.
I don't think any fitness brand ever is gonna be like that guy. We want him.
You know, I don't want to call you out on this, but like when you subscribe
fitness brand, no.
When you
weight loss
to my
supplement,
channel,
maybe.
When you subscribe to my channel, I saw a picture of you lifting up your shirt. I was like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? So don't tell
You're like,
me.
man, this guy looks like a douchebag. And then you click on it and you're like, oh, I know that guy. He's definitely a douchebag. Let's see. That has to be. So that was when I first moved here. So that picture has to be from like 2015.
2015. Damn. Okay. Is that the same picture that's on your Tinder and Grindr? That okay, and that's how you and the stripper met up, right?
All of the strippers. I mean,
yeah. LA is a very big city.
Right.
$5 will get you a long ways if you know how to use it.
Yeah.
That is where you're wrong. $5 gets you barely even a gallon of gas here.
Oh.
$5 will get you a 6-piece McNugget, and I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty fucking good.
It's funny that you mentioned that, Klooch, because back in the day, I used to measure money in terms of a McChicken, because that'll get you 5 chicken sandwiches.
Okay.
And it's like $5. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
fuck
now,
yeah, dude, I remember McDoubles being $1.
Thank you.
Those were the good old days.
Thank you.
Like what the and now it's bro, 1 for like $2.99.
It's ridiculous.
Or 2 for $3.50.
$2.99.
Bro, what? Like what kind of if you buy if you buy one single McDouble, it's $3. But if you buy 2 of them, it's 2 for $3.50.
It's ridiculous, man.
What?
Because what is that? Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. They used to have the McChicken, the spicy chicken sandwich. That shit was 99 cents. And now the last time I went there, it was like $2.40. I was like $2.40 for like a tiny little sandwich. And I was like, this doesn't justify it anymore. Like, it really doesn't.
Yeah, ooh. Nah.
Yeah.
Didn't they change the Arizona teas from being 99 cents too? So now they're
to like $1.49. Yeah, yep, or $1.29. It
depends
on where you go.
Thing.
It depends on where you go, because sometimes they don't have. Yeah, they took the price off the can, so at different gas stations it'll be a different price.
Yeah, it's terrible.
The one that really threw me off is before I swapped over to loose leafs. I used to be super heavy on smoking Swishers, and it was always the 2 for $1. I went to somewhere the other day. It's 2 for like $2 now. They literally doubled the price. I was like, bro, what? Swishers? That's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like everything is going up in price.
It's way too expensive. I'm starting to understand the people that are 30 and still living with their parents, because that's a financial cheat code right there.
Yep.
That's the you're not 30, fucker.
I feel like I am the way life's fucking me. Oh, let me fucking tell you about what happened this morning.
Let's hear it.
So you know I drive a pile of shit, right? I'm on the way to work, and the fucker dies not even 30 feet off the off-ramp.
Oh.
So you're on the freeway?
So I'm stuck on the side of the freeway for 2.5 hours. The tow truck doesn't even come.
Do you have AAA?
I finally get the... Yeah, it took...
Okay, I was gonna say, if you don't, you need to get it.
We went through a State Farm, but it took them 2.5 hours. And when they were supposed to come at the 2.5 hours, they added another 90 minutes on the ETA. I went out, kicked the shit out of the starter, fucking damn near hit everything in the fucking engine bay, fired right up, limped her home. So, if you're out there, don't buy a Chevy. They're piles of shit.
Well, the same can be said for Ford, right? What's the acronym for a Ford? Is like found on road dead.
Found on road
Fix
dead.
or repair daily.
Hey, my 7.3 was fucking baller. I miss that thing.
Yeah.
It was also a pile of shit.
I used to have a...
It could be worse. It could have been Mater.
That is true. Yes.
I absolutely... Oh, dude. You don't even know. Oh, my God. I hate that pile of shit. So we have...
You gotta...
where do I even start, dude? So, at work, I'm a foreman of a sandblasting company. So, during the day, I make big clouds of dust. During the night, I make other big clouds.
Yeah. So his lungs are all fucked up.
I'm always clouding, dude. Always. So, we have 3 different work trucks. We have my personal favorite, which is the Ram. It's a 2014 3500. She's great. Absolutely solid for everything. Towing. I'm using it for daily right now until I get my car replaced. Then we have a really big stake bed Chevy. That thing irritates the fuck out of me because it's having fuel filter problems. Yeah, so it's having injector and fuel filter problems. So I have to literally manually prime the engine every single time I want to fire it up.
Damn.
Which is annoying as shit.
That's
especially when
for you.
Yeah, when I get to the shop at 5:30 in the morning though, and it's 36 degrees outside, I really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
At all. Now, those are the two fully functional work trucks that we use daily. The third truck that we have is a 1997 F350 that's got like a work truck box bed on the back. And
the service body, right?
Yeah. It's mostly white, but then on the back side of the truck, one panel is green and another panel is blue. And then there's a little bit of smeared yellow paint on the side where Dan hit a pole. So he's multicolored. Beat to absolute shit. Nothing on this truck worked properly.
Yeah.
I had Ian drive it when he was there visiting me last year for about 45 seconds. And the interior dash lights decided to die as soon as he put it in drive. So you can't even tell the speed that you're on? Yeah, he was like, how do I know how fast I'm going? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, the lights don't work. I was like, God fucking damn it. Both of the door handles on the inside have been ripped off. So if you want to get out of the truck, you got to roll the window down and then open the door from the outside.
So is it one of those
manual
windows where you got to freaking roll it down, or?
Yep. Yeah, it sure is. The headliner doesn't exist anymore. It's just dust that you got to be really careful to not touch or like accidentally hit your head on a bump, because then you'll just be showered.
Start snowing.
Yeah, it'll just coat you in the interior out, and you're like, God fucking damn it.
Man, I want to see some pictures of this ride at the next podcast.
Yeah, I will make sure that I get some pictures. Now, my particular favorite I haven't even got to the best part. My particular favorite detail about this truck is that the AC pulley, something is broken on there so that it grinds and makes an absolutely horrifying sound when it runs. Yeah. And because it's grinding, that particular pulley will get super heated and melt through the serpentine belt as soon as you stop the engine.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
So we've literally gone through 3 of them now because Dan doesn't listen to me and hasn't replaced the pulley yet. He was like, oh, well, just unplug the AC. I'm like, Dan, buddy, that pulley is part of the serpentine track. It doesn't matter if the AC's on or not. Hello. It's gonna spin with the belt.
Oh, hello.
That's my sister.
Doing a podcast, I'll be down a little bit.
Nice. So, that's the thing, like, fixing cars, like, the only reason that I got into the cars and fixing them is because of the maintenance cost. And thanks to, like...
Same.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know if I told you, but I have a BMW 1 Series M, and it's, like, the year...
Oh, you have a 1M?
Yep, it's year 1 of the 1.
Yes!
It's the first one
yes,
ever came.
That's awesome. What color?
Black.
Is it the launch edition?
Sapphire,
oh, okay, I was gonna say...
Sapphire black. So
okay, I was gonna say it was either that or burnt orange.
Yep. And it's a manual too, so it's
fuck yeah.
Oh, baby. And that's the thing. Like I was looking at maintenance
costs
for all this bitch. I was like, hell no, I'm gonna learn how to do all my own shit.
Dude.
And then
yeah, they're hateful.
Yeah. And then what is that?
Especially if you go to the dealer for everything and not like an independent service guy. They're they are hateful.
Yeah. And then the other day, not other day, but like a couple years back, they're notorious for having failed water pumps because it's digital, so it's not one of those when it's driven by the belt anymore. And so this bitch was stuck in there, deep underneath the engine bay, and it's connected to the thermostat. Looks like a fucking alien machine. Yes, they have to go in there and redo everything. It's terrible, and all of their bolts. They're aluminum bolts, so you have to torque them to like a specific torque, and there's only one use. So if you take them out, they're useless. Yeah, and you have to buy.
Oh, really? So you gotta buy a whole new set? Oh my god.
Yeah. But the thing is, though,
that's how they get you.
They quoted me. Guess how much they quoted me to get just the water pump fixed at the dealership.
Let's see. Are we talking about parts or parts and labor?
Parts and labor.
Okay, so parts and labor. I'm gonna go with. Let's see. The pump itself, they probably charge you a couple $100 for. Labor, like he said, I would guess they charge you 3 or 4 hours of labor. So I'm gonna go with like $2,200.
Very close. It was a little bit cheaper than that. So go ahead. What was your guess?
$2,000 flat.
1,900.
Like 18.5.
Yeah.
1,900. Oh my god.
That's just the pump. That's not even including the thermostat, which is like it's attached to it. So
oh my god.
And I went online to like I think it's like a FCC Euro or some website that has like the official part for it, and then the part itself was only $400. So I bought that and it did myself. Saved myself an extra $1,500. You know, so it's
nice.
Like, it's terrible, like the markup, the labor of these vehicles, man.
And with the power of YouTube, you can replace damn near anything if you have the patience or the tools and the space to do it. You can damn near replace anything on your car.
Yeah.
Regardless of what kind of car you have, too. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's something about working on cars that's kind of like peaceful. I mean, you get aggravated sometimes when the shit doesn't work or doesn't fit. You can't get your hand in there, you know. But like sometimes it's just like nice to work on cars. It's like it's a very like manly thing to do. It's
the satisfaction when it fires back up and you're driving fully functioning. You're like, fuck yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Well, Corey, just know when you come out to New York, it ain't gonna be easy because everything's all those bolts are fucking happy in there. So just be warned, it's not very fun.
So, what's the hardest thing that you've had to do for your car? Like, what's like that frustrated you the most that you have to repair or fix or any of that? Both of you guys.
Well, recently I just put in 2 12s in the back of my truck, and wiring that was a fucking pain because the wiring harness they gave us didn't have a radial wire on the back of the harness, so it wasn't getting any power. So I hooked up the subs, I put in the head unit, I go to turn the truck on, and there's no power. Mind you, I just sat in fucking 30-degree windy weather trying to wire all this shit, and I go turn the key on and there's no power. I almost fucking cracked the front windshield in half there.
So you said some things that Mom would have been proud of, is what you're telling me.
Let's just say I even taught some of the old Southern white guys some new words.
Man,
like
I like it.
It was.
But
I got them working, and it fucking smacks.
Yeah, it's nothing like having like a nice sound system, like it just rattle your neighbors' freaking windows and shit.
Oh yeah, loud truck plus fucking loud subs. Oh my god, I am fucking hateful to the old people around here.
Well, hopefully there's no retirement communities near you.
Well, let's hope not.
But then again, they probably can't hear you anyways.
Yeah, I would have to be playing
Some
it
of them,
really loud for fucking for them bitches to hear me.
How about you, Dank?
Let's see. The hardest repair I probably had to do on one of my personal cars was when I first moved out here to California. I had a piece of shit 2000 Nissan Sentra. It was just an absolute shit box.
Dave.
So, yeah. Good old Dave. Hated this car.
Oh,
so,
you named it Dave.
I didn't name it Dave. My dad named it Dave.
Ah, okay. So how does it feel to be inside Dave every day when you're driving it?
Well, Dave was a hateful sack of shit, and he let me know on every occasion that he had the chance. Let me tell you.
Okay.
So this particular occasion happened to be at about 2:30 in the morning in the dead center of Hollywood. I was with a buddy of mine at the time, and we were... Where the fuck were we going? I think I was going from his house home to my house. And he lived in K-Town, and I was staying in the valley. And so I'm about halfway there, and the car starts making a really funny sound, and my brakes aren't working so well. So I'm like, maybe I should take surface streets.
What was it telling
so
jokes?
I pull into... No. No, it was more like a dying, groaning sound.
Ah, okay.
So I pulled into a Denny's parking lot, and right as I turned in, so I'm parking lot, dead center of it. My car, the piston for the brake broke through the back of my brake rotor and jammed on.
Holy shit!
So now my front tires won't move at all. And it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like,
damn.
Oh, fuck. Alright. So I called my uncle that I was staying with at the time because he had AAA. We got it towed back to the house.
Yeah.
And that was the most efficient AAA driver I've ever had in my life. It was this Russian dude who pulls up, and my uncle had a Firebird. So we hop in the car, and my uncle's doing like 80 to get us home because there's nobody on the freeway. So we're there in like 20 minutes. When we get to the house, the Russian guy is dropping my car off at like in front of the driveway already. And me and my uncle are both like, wait a minute. Did you see him pass us on the freeway? No. I was like, bro, we were doing 80. There's no way he passed us. So how the fuck? Like, we left before him. I watched him hooking that up when we pulled away. Where did he just come? How did you do that? What?
My question is, what were you smoking on at the time? Maybe time slowed down a little bit. I don't know. You were in like a...
Dumb Russian dudes.
Nah, dude, that
ass dog.
he teleported. I don't know how he did it, but hot damn, that was amazing. So the next morning, I had to walk to the local AutoZone and buy a new brake rotor and a new brake caliper, and jack the car up, take the tire off, and figure out through the power of YouTube and lots of swearing and a blunt or two how to change the actual caliper itself, and then bleed the brakes and get all that shit working again, which let me tell you, bleed the brakes would have been a lot easier with 2 people.
Yeah.
It always is.
That was a pain in the dick to have to figure out how to do by myself.
Yeah, because then you have to.
However,
you have to release all the tubing, and then somebody has to push.
You gotta go like back and forth and do.
Yeah. And you have to have bottles on all of the wheels so they have them bleed out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So that was a real pain in the dick to have to figure out. Everything else was pretty straightforward. Once you took it off, if you just paid attention to where the bolts went and how to put it back on there, that was pretty straightforward. But that process was very frustrating at the time, yeah.
Man. But I guess for me, I would say it's just that water pump for the freaking Beamer, man. It just, it's one of the worst things I have to do, is getting underneath the car and removing literally everything. Even the steering column, I have to move that in order to even have enough space to get in there. And it's terrible because they have everything packed together.
That's when the engineers don't talk to the mechanics first. They're just like, fuck it, it fits right there.
Yeah.
Every single Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
Fuck the engineers from Mitsubishi. You all suck.
Yeah. A friend of mine, he has a Lancer, and like everything on the
piles of shit.
Anything on the engine bay is all like compact together, and like it felt to me like it's like flipped upside down for whatever reason. Like, why is everything?
I had a Mirage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, 3-banger.
What did
emphasis on had?
What did you name him? Roger?
Shitbox. Yeah.
So you're still in the exploring other cars right now?
I'm in the very painful trying to buy a car phase. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, currently, I'm still awaiting insurance payout, but
well,
I'm looking around for what the fuck I think I want.
What kind of car are you interested in? Like a little family sedan, a sports car?
I want like a 3 Series, or like I wanted an older M3 or like a C63 AMG, but I think that's still slightly above my price range.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I kind of lost you for like 2 seconds there. What did you say the last bit?
Yeah.
And I lost him entirely.
I said that's still sort of above my price range, so I gotta see what I can find.
Yeah. Well, I lost visual on him entirely.
Yeah, me too.
But it's okay though. It records to your phone, and after you upload it, we'll get a clear picture. So.
Well, it's weird because I still see you guys just fine.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Well, then you know what? Call T-Mobile up and gripe with them.
Yeah, fucking tell them their service is a fucking lie.
That's too much effort. I don't feel like being on hold.
Yeah, I was a former member of T-Mobile. I think I left them 2-3 years ago, and now I'm with AT&T FirstNet. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Let's see. So I was watching some old '80s movies last weekend, and are you guys a fan of like just like raw, gritty, like older action movies?
I don't have the patience for movies. I usually get bored and walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Same. I don't. It's been a while since I've actually sat through a whole movie.
So you guys are not movie guys, then, huh?
No.
I mean, I've seen a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently, it's a lot easier for me to watch TV shows or different like YouTube videos that are in shorter segments because of my work and sleep schedule. I don't really want to sit down and spend an hour and a half, 2 hours watching one thing.
When I could do a bunch of other shit.
What was what was the last full movie that you watched?
Probably American Psycho.
Damn. Like back in the day or recently? Because that movie's been out for a while, right?
About 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Most recent movie I watched. That is a solid question. I don't know. I'd literally have to go back and look at like my Netflix or Hulu history. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, because I watch movies all the time, so it's like, man, I probably shouldn't, but like I just love to watch like movies and like stuff like that. Because like escapism is like a thing that I like to do. Like sometimes you just want to escape and just like watch a movie, and like sometimes I'm very critical though. So like coming from like a science background, I always think about things either black and white. So it's like
I'm very logic based.
Yeah, exactly. So if it makes sense to me, it's cool. But if a lot of these writings nowadays, they're just freaking terrible. And so my wife doesn't like to watch movies with me because I complain and gripe all the time. So I was like, but the last movie that I saw in its entirety, and I actually do like, is the new Top Gun movie. That was actually a really good, well done movie. So if you guys have a chance, go check that out.
Oh, actually, now I do remember. The last movie I watched from start to finish was I made my girlfriend watch Anchorman because she had never seen it. And we had just been recently making a bunch of stupid Anchorman quotes on Warzone. She was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "How have you not?" All right, we're watching that right now.
That's some good shit, Klooch.
That one hit back a little bit.
Oh, don't you hate that? That's the worst.
So, hey, forgive my ignorance on this.
Go
ahead.
What you got? No.
What you got? The other day, my neighbor just walked by, and he's cool with me, and we talk to him all the time. And he's like, hey, like, take hit of this. It was some mystery shit. I was like, what the fuck ever. So I did it, and then that shit freaking hit me so hard. And later, he showed me a picture of what it was, and it was like all these buds were like fucking like, it looks like this white shit on it. So like, have you ever seen like that? Like it looks like there's like sprinkles of shit on. I don't want to say cocaine because I don't think it was, but like it looks like white mold on top of it. Is that something that's normal?
So that was probably a batch of what they call moon rocks, which is where they take a regular nug of weed and they'll coat it with like a wax or a live resin, which is also an extract of weed, and it's super, super, super sticky. And then they'll roll it in a tray of keef, which is literally just all the trichome crystals that you see on the bud. That's what makes it sparkle in pictures.
Yeah.
They'll roll it in a tray of that, and it makes it look like, effectively, like you said, powdered sugar little shit pellets.
I've never had anything like that, and I was
those
like,
are
God
very,
damn, dude.
yeah, those are very, very strong because they're infused with concentrates. So when you do hit those, taking 2 or 3 hits off of a Moonrock blunt is damn near like smoking a whole joint.
Bro, and I mean, I was happy the whole day, so, you know, we're good. Everything was fucking hilarious to me. Wait, what were you about to say?
That's awesome. I was going to say, speaking of older Warzone, what are some of the biggest differences, like, to ease of life features that you either noticed now that we've had more seat time playing the second one, that you either like or that they didn't bring that you miss from Warzone 1? Like, for example, I've noticed when you're parachuting in, you don't get your pistol anymore. You can't shoot at people in midair. I kind of like that, because you don't get those really fucking annoying people following you.
Yeah, and that's like all those aimbot people, they can't just lock onto you and then just shoot you out of the air.
Yeah, and they can't shoot your ass out the sky. Another thing I've noticed, when you down somebody out of the sky, they don't instantly die on impact on the ground anymore. You still have to go up and shoot them and finish them off.
I see. Yeah.
It's not an instant death from height.
I mean, that's a nice concept.
That is kind of nice.
It's beneficial when it's you that gets downed. It's really annoying if you're the guy sniping somebody from far away, though.
Yeah, I think for me, just the addition of the dolphin diving, I think is pretty cool, because like for me, whenever somebody's shooting me, I panic. I'm like, ah! So I just like jump. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
fucking frog hop.
Yeah, unless like they have freaking aimbot or wall hacks on me, like if I'm diving, I would hope that they would try to, like, you know, miss me somehow, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that's a nice addition, and I think overall, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the movement is a little bit faster in Warzone 2 than Warzone 1.
It definitely feels faster. I like the fact that you're locked into your movements now. You can't really slide cancel the same way you could. Drop shotting is a lot slower now, so it's not beneficial. It's not as beneficial for people to have a modified controller per se, or it's a lot less advantageous now versus somebody who's just playing with a conventional controller.
That's true. Yep. And then it was drop shotting and also
like
jump bunny hopping too. I think they nerfed that.
Yes, the little kangaroo hopping. That's a lot slower now too, and you can't. I don't think you're able to still hip fire and do that.
Yeah. What about you, Klooch?
Well, I found out the hard way the other day that Stemps do jack dick in the storm.
Yes.
You die a lot faster in the storm now. It's crazy.
And that storm fucking hauled ass.
Yeah, the storm moves way faster.
Maybe I got caught in some bad ones, but like I haven't been able to outrun that bitch yet.
Man.
Yeah. I've noticed another one of the big differences for me from Warzone 1 compared to this Warzone 2 is the concept of the depth perception and how distance is played in this game. I've noticed I shot somebody when we were playing earlier tonight that I felt like was really, really wicked far away. And when it said long shot 85 meters, I was like, wait a minute. What? That's really not that far. Like, I think the days of getting the 200-300 meter long shots like in Verdansk are gonna be very difficult to do in this one. It's a much closer quarters game.
It could also be because now you've got your wider field of view, so it doesn't feel as narrow and as far away. Because I noticed that when I was first playing Warzone 1, because I didn't change my field of view until like 4 or 5 months into the game, and it made everything feel so much different.
Interesting. Kind of like a fisheye effect, you're saying?
Yeah, because, like, obviously, like, with visual recoil, when you've got, like, that more narrow field of view, your visual recoil is going to feel a lot worse than, like, with 120.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's that, like, same concept for distance. Because I remember in Verdansk, when I first opened my field of view to 120, dude, I couldn't hit a fucking barn with a grenade. Like...
Okay, that makes sense.
But just playing with it, you'll obviously get better at it. I'm talking about Warzone, of course. You know, I don't want to know about what else you play with to get better at.
I mean, he's already a pro.
You know, he probably is a penis touching pro.
He is, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know.
Ask me about my winner.
Penis toucher. Oh. What other things do we scream out at people now?
When me and Corey were playing with Strip the other day, it was just Indian accents. It didn't matter what. We were just fucking chasing people around, just saying the most like out of like left field Indian stuff we could think of.
Yeah, I mean, doing the accent on Call of Duty, I think it's freaking hilarious. But they can call us childish all we want, but it's fucking funny. I love it.
That's the point.
Dude.
Yeah. Man,
Man, that new Gulag feels so weird.
With the
it's
people?
a very yes, the 2v2.
It's a lot to get used to.
And you have to be so reliant.
And the jailer
on somebody else too.
Dude, the jailer can suck the backside of my fucking nuts, bro. I played one solo game.
Yeah.
And within like the second he dropped in, this man lasered me, dude.
Yeah, that's, I've never been a fan of Gulag, so hopefully they're gonna bring back Rebirth to Warzone 2,
I hope so.
or some variation of that game. Because,
Resurgence or something.
Yeah, because I read on their announcement that they're bringing. They already brought back the servers for Warzone 1, Caldera, but they don't know how long they're gonna keep those servers up for people to play. But Caldera is back, so you have access to all of your the things you bought, your costumes, all of your blunt forces that you bought before. You can still, and that's the only places that you can use that. And then so yeah, it's a good thing I didn't really buy much from that store, because then all shit's useless now. But yeah,
it's too dark out here.
Are you afraid of the dark?
I feel like
no, it's just not good for lighting.
That's called
much better.
The dark.
There we go. Stay in a well-lit place.
I'm not afraid of the dark. The dark is afraid of me.
Sure.
We've made a compromise.
Yeah. Kluch told me some stories about you screaming at the dark when you were younger. You know, just having nightmares. Thinking Freddy Krueger's was trying to touch you. Or was it?
No, the one time that I do distinctly recall being absolutely terrified. To be fair, I was like 8 or 9. And managed to lock myself out of the house when I was like doing the trash, and it was really cold. So I fucking ran around the house fucking panicking. Started like banging on my parents' bathroom window, and they came outside and they were like, "Alright, come on, dipshit. Get back inside. You'll be fine." I'm sitting there like, "Oh my god, I'm just gonna die." Like,
fucking SpongeBob run out to the trash and back.
Yes, very much. At night.
Very nice.
Almost exactly, yeah.
Back then, Kluch was still in diapers.
Kluch wasn't even made yet. I was still in development.
He was still in development. Still loading in.
Yeah, you were either, that was like right before you were born. I want to say that was probably about a year or so. Before.
Yeah, because I figured like if you were 8 or 9, then I wouldn't have been.
Yeah. I think I was sub 10, and you came out right before I turned 11.
I thought it was right before you turned 10, because I feel like we're 9 in a couple months.
Something. They told me there would be no math.
Yeah. Why are we doing math here?
Yeah,
it's not school right now. Unless we're talking about KD ratios, then I don't want to talk about any other math.
It's 11, but the decimals moved into a place I don't want it to be.
Oh. So it has moved inside you.
There's a lot more zeros before the 11 than he would like to admit. No, I still can't believe that at the end of Warzone 1, somehow I had a higher KD in Warzone than Stripper. I really don't feel like I was able to keep the best KD out of our friend group. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you snipe a lot of people, and they always end up dying before they can actually get to you.
Well, that is true, because they can't really get me back. But I was trying to be nice. I used a crossbow. You can't shoot anywhere near as far with that as you can with a regular sniper.
So
it's just a lot more offensive when you do.
And I think one of the new additions that I kind of, it's a blessing and a curse also, is that you get to recruit other players in certain modes.
Certain modes. In certain modes.
Right. So I feel that if we get together as like a whole, like, you know, maybe get more than 4 players.
Squad of 6,
we all have different styles of play. Like, you're the more, you know, the sniper-ish guy that, you know, picks people off. I'm more aggressive in terms of, like, close to mid-combat by just running with SMGs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and if we get people down different styles, I think we can, together, like, attack a whole bunch of squads.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah. So what would you say your play style is, Klooch? Like, aggressive, close range, sniping?
I'll do a little bit of. I'll do like a little bit of everything. Like, you know, it depends. So like sometimes I'll stay back and snipe with Corey, or sometimes me and you will run in with shotguns and walk right into a claymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking claymore and those bouncing betties.
My specialty is definitely snipers at any range.
Fuck bouncing betties.
Yeah, you definitely generate a lot of hate when you snipe people though. I feel like that's like the worst, like the toxic type of play. Like
they get really mad. They get really mad at that.
Yeah, and some of the comms that you were telling me about how people like die to your crossbows.
Oh, bro, they were very offended.
I feel like Klooch just killed the whole model. The whole tub.
To be fair, had I been on the receiving end of probably 60% of those shots, I would have been equally pissed.
Yeah.
Because there's no scenario that a single shot, like marksman rifle crossbow, should be able to kill somebody more efficiently at 25 yards away than a fully automatic SMG like a MAC-10 or something. But 8 out of 10 times I would win those gunfights just because I don't need more than one shot. I'm not gonna miss you.
Yeah, and then so do you think they should maybe do like a lobby that's maybe 6 people or more than that instead of just 4 every time?
That would be interesting, but at the same time, it's like you go to push a team. And you would down one person, and it would just feel like they would keep coming.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So like the firefights would get really long, but as like a specialty event, like a 6 squad player would be awesome as like a 2 or 3 week event.
Yeah, I think that you might be onto something there. We should tag Activision in this if they're watching.
Yeah, we'll head them right out.
Yeah, if you are watching, fix all your fucking bugs, goddammit. God, you can't keep a lobby together. I always get like random like people getting booted or like the microphone doesn't work. You had that issue for a little while, right, Dank? So you can't even hear shit.
Yep. Yeah. The other issue that Stripper and I noticed when we were playing a mode earlier is if you do any of the objectives that drop a special loadout or like a supply crate or anything, when you get to that supply crate, you can't ever open it and actually loot it to complete the mission. You'll be sitting there staring at the loadout box like, come on! Fuck!
I got the same. I experienced the same thing. I noticed that if you have to move at it from a certain angle to even trigger the screen to allow you to open the crate. Which is
so here was the trick though. Ours landed sideways.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the face that I needed to look at to loot the crate was the one that was face down on the ground that I can't get to.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe you can like jump on top of the stripper and then just kind of lay down a little bit, turn sideways.
Nobody wants to jump up on stripper.
No,
be real.
No, and if you guys will meet stripper one of these days, he's a big man child.
We'll sucker him into it. We'll sucker him into this. Full-grown man child. I love him.
Yeah, he's gonna be watching this, so you better get on this next podcast, stripper.
If we take him out in public, somebody's gonna have to be assigned to have him on one of those leash backpacks.
And you know what? If we take him in the Chuck E. Cheese, he's gonna have to wear one of those wrist thing, and then one of us adults should be the only one to take him out.
Gotta be careful though. We can't let him get too close to the kids. It's a stripper. Who knows what he'll do?
Very true. Yes.
Oh, fuck.
It'd be more.
But if
more
he
lawsuits.
requires adult supervision, I don't know that any of us actually meet those requirements.
Oh
Very
no,
true.
absolutely not.
And you know,
I'm old like an adult, absolutely not mature like one.
I feel like this is very tamed for some of the stuff that we talk about sometimes, but you know, it's we can't go out in public most of the time.
Things happen, you know.
Yeah.
It works out though, because I don't like most people.
Yeah, and that's why we're all friends. We have that in common.
I don't like most people, and most of them don't like me back, so it works.
It's funny because I think we all work in customer service, or have to deal with customers and people, right?
Oh yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, because I'm the foreman. I'm the guy that is assigned to go talk to people and make nice, which is really funny.
And you gotta smooth shit over.
You
know, it's like
yeah, I'm the guy that has to smooth talk people, which like, why? Or when we show up to a job and they ask, who's in charge? I'm looking around like, that's a good question. Oh wait, fuck, it's supposed to be me.
That guy.
Not it. How about you? You do it today.
The worst shit that you have to resolve.
When Dan tells somebody that we're going to be able to do a job in 2 or 3 days, and I know damn well it's going to take us 5 or 6. Damn. And now they're really pissed off because they got to pay double what they were expecting to.
I mean, is that a coincidence, or they probably did it on purpose?
I'm going to be honest, it happens all the frickin' time.
There you go.
All the time. I mean, that's sort of normal contractor issues, though. I've found out, like, the more I work in construction, they all base their time estimates and their bids on a perfect case scenario, which never once has happened.
Same at the fucking dealership.
Not once does it ever go perfectly according to plan.
And
ever.
You know what?
There's always something that goes wrong.
And also, like, people have a tendency to hear the first thing you say, and then not the last thing. Because sometimes when I tell somebody, hey, I'm going to come in to see you to do this at 11 to 12, give or take a little bit, they hear 11. And if I go up in there like around 11:30, 11:45, like, you told me to be at 11. I was like, no, I told you between 11 and 12.
Yeah.
So it's like, so yeah, it's shit like that. You know, people are just, they have selective hearing.
Idiots.
Yeah. No, people are idiots, man.
And
like,
especially with
because of that. Like the older you get, the more interaction you deal with people. Like, people are shitty people, man. Like, it's terrible.
Oh, dude.
I've lost a lot of faith in humanity.
Yes, big time. Especially living, and I love the weather, I love the scenery, but living in LA, one of the hardest things that I had to adjust to is how self-centered the mindset of people out here is. If it's not beneficial to them, or it doesn't particularly get them anywhere, or it's not convenient for them, not a fucking thing is about to happen. But if they need something from you, holy fucking shit, you better be there at a moment's notice, or you're a piece of shit friend and I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, we have a lot of homeless issues here in Northern California, and it's like, you know, I've had some friends where, like, I would give them a few dollars or buy them a meal or whatever, but then they're like, why would you do that? Because they're just gonna use that money for drugs or whatever. Like, well, if I give them that money, my conscience is clear. they can do whatever they want with that money afterwards. But,
right, what they choose to do with it is not really on me.
Like, if
I did it with good intentions.
Yeah, and if you're blessed enough to have like $1 or $2 just to give to them extra, fucking do it. You know, if they're in need, I don't think people are out there just to panhandle for the hell of it, because it's cold as shit outside or it can be hot as shit outside. They don't want to be standing out there to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to beg for money. That's not something that people want to do. You know, so it's like,
and like it's really demeaning too.
Yes. You know?
Like I can't imagine having to stand there and do that for hours and hours on end, and people just staring at you as they drive by. Like, it's fucking super shitty.
Yeah. See, that's the
that's
thing.
Why if and when in that scenario, like you said though, I try and either buy him a meal or ask him like, hey, do you need water? Do you need some food? Like, let me purchase something that I can give to you that'll still be beneficial. Right? I don't, like you said, I don't necessarily like just giving them money because I know it might not go to what I want it to.
Right.
So I try and give them an item.
So maybe I can get your like opinion on something, because like, you know, nowadays we live in a social media involved world where everything is like TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. And the other day I saw a kid. He bought this homeless guy some food, but the caveat is his girl was next to him filming that fucking process.
Filming the whole entire thing.
You do shit to be nice. You don't do shit for clout.
Yes, you don't do it for the intention.
Yes, thank you.
I don't. I
thought that intention was good, but how did that person buy it for the homeless guy, or did he buy it for Instagram? Or whatever platform.
Buy it for the views, buy it for the content,
So what's your take on that?
Right? On the one hand, like, cool, you're doing something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily need to be broadcasted like that. And on the other hand, think of if you were that person, would you really want a camera right up in your face?
Thank you.
Like, would you? Yeah. Very unfortunately, when I first moved here, I fucked around and found out, and I was homeless for a couple weeks. And so I understand the concept of, like, it really fucking sucks. You don't want to show your face. Like, you feel like a piece of shit. And even though nobody that you're walking by knows who you are, you feel like every single one of them is looking at you like, that sack of shit. Like, it's just such a downward spiral that if you can get somebody to break that cycle and just show kindness, not expecting anything in return, just, hi, how are you? Treat them like a normal fucking person, because they are. They just have a shit set of cards dealt to them. Yep.
And that's the thing, like, you can't judge a person. You don't know what situation they've been in, you know? So it's like, even though, like, I've lost faith in humanity, like, we are all just decent human enough to help our fellow.
You still gotta try. Yeah,
we still gotta try. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
If it's not putting me out of my house and home, then what's it really gonna hurt? Like, I'm not gonna die and be able to use that money anyway.
Right. So, and that's what aggravates
if I can afford it.
Yeah. So see, and this is why we're all friends. We hate people, but we're decent human beings, or try to at least. Even though it may not feel that way when you hear our DEFCONs, but but that is hard though. Like, you know, like people need to have their dignity, you know, and it's like just to degrade them to a point like that is just, I don't think it's acceptable.
It's unnecessary. Yeah.
But on a lighter note though, we're running to the end here. Any questions? Anything you wanna? Any existential questions that like last time we didn't ask?
I don't think so.
So, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
It depends on which one was more aroused at the time.
Nice. I didn't think of it that way, but that's well said. Or was the egg hard boiled? Haha. Oh man. But yeah, how about you, Klooch?
If you could go back and relive one specific time, what would it be?
God damn, that's deep.
Okay, so
like,
hold
not
on.
like a specific event, but like a time period.
Oh, a time period.
Okay, so is this because you want to redo it, or because you really enjoyed that specific time and you want to Okay.
Man, I haven't really thought about that.
Something I would love to go back and do again. The trip to Hawaii when we were kids, and we stayed at probably the single nicest resort that I've ever been to in my life. My grandpa paid for a trip to take us to this place called the Kahala Mandarin. And this place was absolutely stunning, but I will never forget, I was probably 11 or 12 at the time. Too Fast, Too Furious had just come out, I think. And so my cousin and I were walking down to the pool, and we see Paul Walker sitting poolside at our hotel.
Shut the fuck up.
What? No way! So we run over all excited, like, wait a minute, you're Paul. And he's kind of like, yeah, hey, what's up, little dude? Like, said hi to us, like.
All right, you get a signature.
And then we like went on our way. Nah, dude.
Man.
So, but not just that, but that hotel and the different vacation experiences that we did during that week. Like we went snorkeling in a dormant volcano crater. Like we did some really, really cool stuff that I would love to get to do again.
Nice. How about you, Klooch?
I mean, it's tough because like I still haven't really got to experience a whole lot because I'm like still younger. But when I did come out to visit Corey last year on my birthday, that was probably some of the most fun I've had. Like, that
was one of my proudest like adult moments, feeling like, hey, I'm really a big kid now. So last year, when he turned 18, I wanted to do something like really special for his birthday present. So I called my mom and I was like, yo, find out what this fucker's schedule is, because I'm going to fly him out here for that weekend.
Yeah. See, that's so
I paid for the ticket, but round trip to get him out here. And let me tell you how big of a pain in the fucking dick it is to book a plane ticket for somebody that's under 18, that's not your biological child.
Damn, okay.
On the one hand, I understand sex trafficking and child molesters and all that stuff. This is my fucking brother.
Yeah.
Check our ID, do whatever kind of background check you need to. But yo, it was such a pain in the ass, and they were trying to charge me an extra $150
just to have an adult
per ticket. No, just for like an unaccompanied minor fee, because he was technically under 18. And I'm like, okay, well, are you gonna have somebody walk him through the airport and get him to the front of the line? Like, is he gonna get priority boarding? And they're like, oh no, we stopped doing that after they're 14. And I was like, okay, then fuck you. I'm not paying $300.
Oh my god, dude.
And it was $150 per ticket, because I had to buy him one for the way here, and then I was able to buy him a separate ticket for the way home because he was going to be 18.
Oh, okay.
So, fortunately, what happened was I had my dad, who's 6'7", like, big, huge dude. Yeah. I had him walk into the airport with Ian, who also is fucking massive, and he asked the people at the counter, like, hey, so this is the kid that's going to be flying. Do you really need to charge me for that? He looks like a fucking adult to me. What about you guys? And they were like, no, you're good. It's fine.
Like, wow.
They're like, you're good. Yeah, no, you're good. You're right. That's fine.
Yeah.
So that was probably my single favorite thing to have gotten to do as an adult.
Nice. See, for me, like, I'll make it quick because we're running out of time. But yeah, I think family is a very common theme because, like, blood is thicker than water. and I think my family, my immediate family is pretty close, but my extended family, like all of my aunts and all the other like, I mean, my cousins and I we're very close to each other, but just like the aunts and uncles, is very fractured right now. So the last time that we were all together was like 2015, 2013, something like that. It's actually pretty cool because like my grandma was able to have all of her kids and all of her grandkids, great grandkids, like that, in the same room with each other, and it was kind of nice. But then after that, more
the living family tree.
Yeah, more shit like that. It just they don't hang out with each other anymore. So the cousins and I we're close to each other when we hang out. But it's nice to see that happiness on my grandma's face, that all of her kids and all of her relatives are together. So it's just like minor things like that, just like that a little sense of joy. But I just wish that we can do that more often. But Vietnamese people, Asian people, they're very prideful. So if one feels like they're slightly slighted in some way, they're gonna be like, no.
If there's any kind of feud or
exactly, like they have to apologize to me and so on and so forth. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, I just
becomes a pissing contest at that point.
It is, and that's the thing. That's like the older generation. But anybody like with like my cousins and I, we don't beef with each other. You know what I'm saying? So like we're all like united and we
because you realize it's not like at the end of the day, and that's one of the reasons that John and I are really, really good friends because like there'll be different things that we'll argue about or we'll get like kind of mad at each other about something at work. But at the end of the day, we always realize like, yo, is this something that's really worth like not having your best friend around?
Right.
Like, is that really an issue that you're so pissed off? No, of course not. Like, you were just pissed off for a minute because work sucks dick. So it's never worth losing those kind of people, especially when you know that something could happen at any moment, and now you can't just pick up the phone and call them anymore, because nothing fucking hurts worse than remembering that.
That's true, and that's the thing. Like that's the thing between you two are brothers. You don't want to stop talking to each other over some dumb bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then find out like 5-10 years down the road, and it's like, oh man, I missed out all this time that I could be hanging out with my own brother or my own family. So it's like, it's not worth
over
it.
Some bullshit.
It's not worth it. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, with that, we will be seeing each other again at the next podcast. But thank you for guys for joining us. Till next time.
Always.
All right.